So here is HYMC Hycroft Mining Holding Corp. This finishes at $1.52 today. That is up 9.35%. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is AMC Entertainment. This finishes at $14.48 today. That is up 6.78%. So we haven't talked about AMC in a while here. It's just been bleeding down for a long time. Not too much price action on this lately. But today, we had a pretty big gain here. And there is a reason for that. We did have some news, so let's check that out. So the news is that AMC is buying a 22% stake in Hycroft Mining, which we'll talk about next. So that was really big news, and that is a very significant stake in the company. So AMC and another investor, Eric Sprott, are buying equity in the company. Honestly speaking, it makes sense to me that Eric Sprott would buy a stake in this. He is a precious metal investor. Hycroft Mining is a gold and silver mining company. But I really don't know why AMC is buying a stake in a gold and silver mining company. What does movie theaters have to do with precious metal mining? I don't know. What? So I was very surprised this morning when I saw that. Didn't make any sense to me. All I could think was this is some super meme ape stuff here. But yeah, ape seemed to like the news, piled in here, and pushed the stock up today, almost 7%. And yeah, we have been discussing Hycroft the past few days. It did squeeze low float stock there. So now I'm starting to think that there may have been some insider trading going on there. Some people must have known AMC was going to buy a big stake in this because it really went up for no reason. So I'm thinking someone had to know, and they bought in before AMC and Eric Croft did. And then they cashed out. But yeah, just speculation on my part. Yeah, so really bullish news. Apes liked it, jumped in, and pumped the stock up 7% today. Very nice. So let's go ahead and analyze here. And honestly, there's not too much to go off of here. Not too many indicators. But first of all, this does appear to be a big cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being $13. Very strong support there. And there can be multiple possible tops. It can be $19.55, $29.85, $33.65, $44.60, $53.90, or even $65. Although I do think the most realistic tops would be $19.55 or $23.60. But those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops eventually to complete the cup. So long term, that's a bullish indicator. And then we do have a descending wedge here going all the way back before this squeezed in May last year. So this looks like it's consolidating between $16 and $12.50 right now. So it looks like there's a little more consolidation to go, but that's a bullish indicator. That is suggesting that this should break out to the upside pretty soon here. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 1535 and 1410. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 1535, 1650, 1730, 1780, 1855, 1955, 2035, 2115, 2245, 2360, 2435, 2535, 2675, 2785, 2895, 2985, and then 3090. There is resistance above 3090, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 1410, 1295, $12, 1090, 985, 890, 830, and then 710. There is support below 710, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at this current price, 1448, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a regular amount of price action, either way this goes. However, to the upside, as the stock increases, the channels get wider. So expect an increase in price action if the stock continues to run to the upside. RSI is currently at 39, so a little bit undervalued there. So according to the RSI, the current price of 1448 should be a little bit higher, but it's not quite oversold and undervalued just yet. And this did 41 million in volume today, which is below the average of 89 million. This pump today was not confirmed by the volume. Okay guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So this does appear to be pretty bullish in the short and long terms. Again, not too many indicators to go off of, but we do have the cup and handle and the ascending wedge and the low RSI. So those are all bullish indicators, no bearish indicators, and no neutral indicators. So overall, the chart does look bullish. Support appears to be holding pretty strong at $13. Tested that a couple times. Hopefully it doesn't break that. But even if it does, it shouldn't go that much lower. There is a lot of support below 13. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, 1448 appears to be a pretty good entry. This has pulled back very significantly since this first squeezed at $73, pretty much to where it was pre-squeeze. And like I said, really shouldn't go too much lower. Even if it does, there is strong support to the downside. So this is a relative low right now and looks like a pretty good buying opportunity to me. So I would support going along at 1450 and lower. And if it pulls back below 1450, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. But yeah, a lot of upside potential. I don't think this is going to necessarily squeeze in the short term, but longer term, this is a good buy and hold, a good diamond hands.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I wouldn't recommend that. Again, only bullish indicators here, no bearish indicators. This is a relative low, and really shouldn't go too much lower. There's some pretty strong support below here. So there's really no reason to go short here. I would say going short would be a high risk, low reward play. Not much money to be made on the downside, and you'd be exposing yourself to a good amount of upside risk. This is AMC, this is a meme stock, so at any moment, this can have a massive day, and you can't get squeezed out. So you're just way too late to go short here. Should have did that a long time ago, back in the 60s, even in the 20s, but here at 1450, it's just way too late to go short. Really doesn't make sense to do that at this point. That'd be a pretty bad idea. So please don't short this one, guys. So pretty straightforward. Bullish news today. Apes liked it. In the short and long terms, the chart looks bullish, and really no reason to go short here. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today, and good luck to everyone currently in the stock, and to everyone looking to take a position. This is AMC Entertainment. So here is HYMC Hycroft Mining Holding Corp. This finishes at $1.52 today. That is up 9.35%. So we've been discussing this stock the past few days. This definitely squeezed. We're starting to pull back. And then we had some big news here today. We just discussed it when we analyzed AMC. AMC and Eric Sprott bought a $56 million stake in this company. So that was really bullish news. Apes liked it, piled in here, and pushed the stock up over 9% today. Very nice. And then we do have some other news. Apparently there's going to be a share offering as early as Tuesday. So I don't think it happened yet, but there is going to be a share offering pretty soon here. And that's bearish. That means dilution. So once that happens, which will be pretty soon, I expect this to pull back. Let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, this appears to be a cup and handle. Bottom of the cup being 28 cents, the low. And there can be multiple possible tops. It could be 270. And if it is in fact 270, that would be a bearish indicator because it would have topped out already. But if it's above 270, then it would be bullish. So it can be 270, 335, 395, 435, or even the high of 750. So the cup and handle can be bullish or bearish depending on where the top is. Although I do think the most realistic top would be 270. I think this already topped out. So there was a gap down at 680. So that's a bullish indicator that is suggesting that the stock should come back up to 680 eventually to fill that gap. And then we do have a gap up back at 40 cents. So that's a bearish indicator that is suggesting that the stock should pull back down to 40 cents eventually to fill that gap. And in the aftermarket here, this is up to 160. So that's a bullish indicator for tomorrow that is suggesting that the stock will run to the upside tomorrow. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is sitting on the support of 150, which it finished around today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 160, 171, 182, 197, 209, 219, 230, 245, 259, 269, 281, 298, and then 309. There is resistance above 309, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 139, 113, 99 cents, 82 cents, 75 cents, 65 cents, 58 cents, 51 cents, 43 cents, 36 cents, and then the low of 28 cents. So right now at this current price, 152, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized, so expect a regular amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 139 to the downside, the channels start to open up and get pretty wide, so expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 139, up until 75 cents. So from 139 to 75 cents, expect significant price action. RSI is currently at 67, so no longer overbought and overvalued, but pretty much still there, still high RSI. So according to the RSI, the current price of 152 is a little bit high. It should be lower. And this did 327 million in volume today. Very significant volume. Second biggest volume day for this stock. Way above average. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. I do think this one is pretty obvious. I did say before this massive price action today that I thought it would come back down to 40 cents to fill the gap, and I'm going to stick to that. Long term, this does appear to be a good stock. It should run back up to 680 eventually to fill the gap. We have that bullish indicator and the cup and handle. But in the short term, I definitely think this is going to give back quite a bit of gains. We got some major volume today, major momentum. Definitely not sustainable. The momentum is going to cool off. Like I mentioned before, there's going to be a share offering coming up pretty soon here, and that's not going to be good for this stock. That's going to drop the price a lot. And then we have the gap up at 40 cents, which I think will fill. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. Again, short term looks really bearish. Probably going to pull back pretty significantly. I think if you went long here, that'd be really dangerous, and you're probably going to end up holding some pretty big bags if you do that. So I don't like the entry of 150. But I would support going long at 40 cents where the gap is and lower. And if it goes below 40 cents, then you can just average down at 36 and 28. But if you're a little patient here, you should be able to get a much better entry, a much better price. So just hold off going long here. I don't think that's a great idea. Now, if you want to go short now, financial advice, again, looks like in the short term, this is going to pull back pretty significantly. And I do think that this will pull back down to 40 cents. And from the current price of 152, that is about a 75% downside. So a lot of downside potential, a lot of money to be made on the short side here. And quite honestly, I don't think it's that risky due to all the bearish indicators and the share offering we have coming up here. So I would say going short here would be a medium risk, high reward play. I say medium risk because the stock is still going to be volatile, but definitely worth a shot. A lot of money to be made here on the downside, in my opinion. This is still overvalued, still overbought. Momentum has to cool off coming up here. This stock looks like it's going to absolutely crash, in my opinion. So I would support going short at 150 and higher. And I would say cover at 40 cents, and that should be pretty easy tendies. That should be an easy 75%. So pretty straightforward here, guys. Major price action, major momentum on some ape news today. Long term, this should go up, but in the short term, I do think this is going to pull back pretty hard. So I would hold off here on the long side, and looks like a really good shorting opportunity right now. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. Consider taking profits if you're up, not financial advice. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is HYMC Hycroft Mining Holding Corp. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See ya guys tomorrow. Peace out.